find a person that validates their opinion or at least gives them some value. So at least for me, you know, for all the people who feel bad that they're in cell phone payments, I'm not shitting on their lives saying you should never do it. I'm just like, hey, if you are going to do it, this is how you do it safely. Same thing with alcohol. Like, I'm not about telling someone don't ever drink. I'm like, okay, if you are going to drink, this is what you should do. This is how you have a good time if you go out and drink.
Trenton, but seriously, like, why? No, like you're fucking genius because that's the exact method that I use with my clients constantly, and it's one of the reasons why they fucking like me so much. Like, for example, they say don't date your first year, right? And I know they're gonna fucking do it, or I tell them not to, have sex their first year. I know they're gonna do it.
So we are live now.
Oh, live where? Where are we live at? YouTube. Okay. Oh, okay. So let me dial that back. Okay, but anyways, I know it's kind of like the old sex education classes. I think about it like that. They used to say, "Don't have sex," and they're like, "Okay, people are going to do it anyways. Here's how you do it safely." So maybe what I need to do is start targeting that more and target ideas that people already have. Oh man, I need to write down some notes because I haven't done that. I haven't done that in a while, and I could do that. Like, so for example, depression and like, I tell people don't isolate. I could do something like, if you are going to isolate, do this, you know? Yeah. Well, like an idea I would have for like that for isolation would be like get involved in some kind of like social media group or have some kind of connectedness to other people. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
so I can cater to what they're already doing. Oh, oh my God. I can write an ebook on that too. The Isolator's Guide to Overcoming Depression. Oh my God. Look at that. That is an amazing title. That's an
Yeah.
amazing title right there.
Yeah.
But just
And,
stuff like
and
that.
there's a need for that.
Yeah. Okay. Why don't I talk to you guys more often? What am I doing in my life? I'm going to take.
Networking is a hell of a drug.
Yeah. No, that's a good idea. I'm just going to overcoming.
Nah, it's cool. But the way I came up with this,
Yeah.
and it came through my inner circle of friends,
Uh-huh.
and I was the one that, and this kind of goes with my job because I kind of work with kids as well. I was the one that always sat there and I was like, well, it can't always be all or nothing. It can't, like, that's
Yeah.
not life. Life has too many choices to where someone can literally screw up every single day and somehow still make it, and someone can still make all the right choices and still fail. And so I would look at things in between, and you're just going to have people who are not going to accept what the norm is or accept conventional rules. And it's like, okay, you you want to live life in a fast lane, but you want to minimize your risk.
Yeah.
This is how you can have a good time but not put yourself in danger. Or,
Yeah.
hey, I understand you suck with money and you're working on money, so even though that it's mathematically correct for you to pay the highest interest first, unless you start knocking out some bills and start feeling good about knocking them out, then you're just going to relapse into just spending like crazy because you're not seeing any progress. Same
Yeah.
thing with losing weight. It's like,
Yeah. Yeah. I can.
yeah, I
Oh.
can hear you loud and clear.
Oh. Someone's taking my. Did you not tag me in the tweet? What's happening, Aaron?
I don't even see the tweet. I'm looking for it. The Yeti's a USB mic, isn't it?
Yeah. Right. Aaron, how come you don't have your social media links on your YouTube page? What are you doing? That's weird. You're gonna have to change it to for the hate of tech. Change it to for the hate of tech. There's all these problems.
Tech for your niece says y'all two are fine.
Oh my God, you guys, can you hear me now? Y'all two are fine. Can you hear me now? Please say you can hear me now. Here, I'm just operating that everybody can hear me because the people in the stream with me can hear me. Yes, I can hear you.
That was me.
But are you hearing through the headphones or?
All right, hold on. I'm gonna turn on the the chat on my end.
Oh yeah, I can hear you in the.
Oh
stream.
yeah, I'm totally hearable. You guys are playing with me. No, I changed the setting.
All right, cool.
Okay, Aaron. Yes. Namaste. Tech for your needs. Okay. Thank you. Now, just really quick for everyone who is checking in on the live stream, we love that you're here. We don't want to completely ignore you guys. So if you guys have any comments, questions, or anything about tech, we've got Chris with mental health here, so he'll get your head on straight. Tech Rant, who will rant about technology all day long, and then me, who's just basically a kid in a candy shop and is clueless about life and is giving stuff away for free. So if you came here today and you want to sign in on the form, I will give you exclusive entries into the upcoming giveaway just for hanging out and doing a sound check with me. So...
Wait, what are you giving away, Aaron?
I am giving away a OnePlus 6, my AKG headphones that I got from Samsung, because so I'm a little bougie when it comes to sound. And I know you probably wouldn't think that with all my audio issues, but if you saw my desk here, it's a horrible world of dongles. And all this other stuff. So I'm giving away the AKG headphones because I basically already have plenty of headphones. And I just bought these that I don't know if I'm going to keep because they were crazy expensive. And I think I figured out my audio issue, which had nothing to do with my headphones. I digress. So, and then if I can hit 7,500 subscribers from now until I do the next giveaway, I am going to do... throw a new iPhone into the giveaway, and I'll also do some one of the new iPhones, and I'll also do some D-brand skins because everybody loves those, and I think I'm gonna do some pop sockets because I want to share the pop socket love. Man. So I am getting crazy. Zack Snyder Productions.
Oh look,
did you see Zack crawl up on my Twitter page today trying to take credit for my thumbnail? Did you see that? Just because he made the thumbnail.
Oh my God, Aaron.
Just because he made it, he's like, that's my thumbnail, thank you. don't get
What?
I don't get kudos very often, Zach, let alone from Roberto. And the time he did, you just snatched it right away from me. Roberto was like, "This is a great thumbnail," and Zach's like, "Thanks, I made it." And I'm like, "No, it's my
shout out to Terry Henderson.
No, it's my thumbnail." Terry Henderson, he is a longtime subscriber, and she is I don't know. I think you won something. Didn't you win a phone, Terry? I think Terry won a phone.
I'm all about that Ohio love right now.
Yeah. So if you guys have any comments or questions, or if anybody
posted something.
did someone post something? Your PC or mic is something wrong, Aaron. It keeps happening.
Is it cutting out?
Is it cutting out? Tech for your needs. What happened here? Can you guys not hear me again?
All right. Let's test them.
I took a quick listen. It sounds okay, but I'm kind of switching back and forth. So.
Yeah, I hear ya. I think Tech for Your Needs might need to fix his sound.
Aaron, why your social media bio page is not clickable?
Hey, Aaron, why your social media page not clickable, man? What's going on?
So, namaste. Thank you for bringing me up on my shortcomings, but I'll fix it. What social media? What do I need to fix? Tell me and I'll fix it. I want to fix it. I want you guys to find me. Yeah, I think we sound good. I think Tech for Your Needs, there's nothing wrong with me. It's my equipment.
I'm not even going to try to say that name because I suck at names, but Double A says, what are you expecting from the new Apple event?
Oh.
Everything.
Oh, you want to take that one, Trenton, or?
Yeah,
I doubt Chris will know anything. We can ask him to talk about anxiety of the Apple event.
Hey, I'm holding an iPhone right now, but no, I don't know anything.
Yeah, I was gonna say you don't know.
So obviously, what am I expecting? I'm expecting Mojave. You know, for those of us who have Mac devices, Mojave. Yeah. I've been waiting for that, but I didn't have a developer license, so I didn't get the beta version. I'm waiting for iOS 12, and I will be most likely going back to whichever iPhone I can afford, which is probably the cheapest one, and I'm willing to wait to November to get it. I'm probably not going to get the Plus, and yeah, the one thing I wish they would come out with is a replacement for the Mac Mini, because I currently own a Mac Mini. It sucks. I want to donate it to an artificial reef somewhere in the world, and I want a newer.
Did you say an artificial reef?
Yeah, you know where they like take ships and they sink them and they make them into reefs. I just want to take my Mac Mini and just toss it. But that's the thing I kind of want the most, is for them to refresh the Mac Mini and possibly maybe make a Mac Mini Pro.
Oh, that would be nice.
Because I can't afford anything, like $2,000 and above. Like,
yeah,
I ain't got it like that.
No, that would have been amazing. I had started another business within my business, and I went and bought all new MacBook Pros, 4 of them, and because I'm like, I gotta have MacBook Pro. But if they had a Mac Mini Pro for like even $850, $900, I would have been all in. I would have been all in on a Mac Pro Mini or whatever, all in, because those things are expensive. Yeah,
and what's crazy was, I know Jonathan Morrison, he had made a video about it. MKBHD had made a video about it. It literally got to the point to where after 2012, the Mac Mini started to suck because the RAM was soldered onto the board, so you couldn't upgrade them anymore. And they actually dropped the processor down. Like the processor that was in the 2012 Mac Mini, the i7 that was in there, was better than every single other CPU that they came out with all the way up until now. So like you can go on eBay right now, you can go get a Mac Mini with an i7 in it. you can get a kit that will allow you to put two SSDs in it that you can run in RAID mode, and you can upgrade it all the way up to 16 gigabytes of DDR3 RAM. And that was like the little super Mac Mini that people were running with.
Okay.
And yeah, if you look up, because I think John maybe did a video about it a couple months back or so,
Yeah.
where it was like the ultimate Mac Mini, but he's using that Mac Mini from 5-6 years ago.
Yeah.
And it destroyed the Mac Mini of today.
Yeah, no, I know some people, they still use it. They put it into play. It's in production. I know myself, I like to be mobile. I don't know if I'll ever even buy another iMac for the house. And I know that you can do more on the iMac, but with my with my replacement i9 2018 MacBook Pro, I'm happy. I'm telling you, they did things right. It runs better. The fan is quieter. I think it's a much better machine. So,
yeah, we got another question down here.
Okay.
It says, are you okay with the notch design for all new Apple iPhones? Because Google Pixel 3 XL leaks also suggest notches. I will admit that when the iPhone 10 came out last year, I was not cool with the notch, and I actually hated on it for a little while. But after a while, I kind of got used to the notch, and I accepted the fact that even with just the notch there, you still have the edge-to-edge display all around the phone, which no one else currently who has a notch has an edge-to-edge display. So that was kind of like, okay, if I'm going to have, if you're an Android manufacturer, if you're going to put a notch on your device, you better have an edge-to-edge display all the way around. Don't have a notch and have a chin on the phone.
Yeah. When it comes to that, right, for me, let's look. I don't have my Pixel in front of me right now, but let me.
I got mine.
Let me show you an example of a notch, right? So for those of you who don't know, or Chris, who's not really into tech, so this is the notch. Chris, can you hear us, or are you having yourself muted? Yeah. So here's the notch, right? And I look at it like this. It's not that I'm necessarily losing screen, right? Because on other phones, all these notifications. On other phones, it's just a big black bar across the top. So that's what we call the forehead, and then the chin. So everyone knows what we're talking about. I look at it like, we're gaining some screen. We're not losing it. They're giving us a little bit of extra screen that we didn't have before. And this is what people are all upset about. And I'm always like, notch, no notch. Now, the Pixel 3 XL notch is very protruding. And it's almost intrusive and aggressive. And for the first time ever, I'm considering buying the regular model of a phone and not going for the XL version. So because of this notch, for the first time ever, I'm thinking of doing the Pixel 3 and not the 3XL, just as long as I can get similar specs on the inside. And the camera's the same. I think I'm going to do the 3.
One question I want to bring up, and we may have to actually go around and ask other people who know more about maybe copyrights and patents. Is it that, let's say, iPhone 10, by their design, they have a notch, they have their face unlock camera, and then they have their speaker grill and stuff like that. Is it possible, or does anybody know if Apple has a certain patent with where you can have a notch, where you can have a camera, and how it can be set up? Because I know a lot of times manufacturers will design things differently and we'll ask ourselves, well, the iPhone is set up like this. Why wouldn't somebody else just like, why is the power button here instead of here? Why is the Bixby button down here instead of where the Siri button would be? And I'm thinking that it could be because of a patent issue.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe that might be something similar with how, and I'm not defending Google, but I'm just trying to understand. But maybe that has something to do with, okay, they knew that they wanted to kind of go the same route as Apple, that's for sure. But the way that they wanted to set up everything, it had to be a little different, because if you look at the Pixel 2 right now, the two front-facing speakers that you have, they're very large, but they're also thin. But at the same time, with the speakers as they currently are, you cannot have an edge-to-edge display. So with them having to compromise on that, is there some sort of design that Apple already has that says, okay, if you put your speaker here, then you can't put your camera here, or at least has to be a little bit different for us not to sue you?
Oh, I don't know, Trent. You're talking about boring stuff.
Oh, whatever. You wanted me to go in depth.
I know. I got what I asked for, huh?
I guarantee you, no one else has brought that up.
No, it's a point. It's a really good point, and that could be one of the reasons why. But I think that the notches are here. Apple made it okay. They're not going anywhere. We have a notch world. Nacho notch. My notch, not yours.
You guys still hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, I love you guys so much, but my friends have been bugging me for like an hour to play Fortnite. So
I just got dumped for Fortnite.
Have me back anytime. We'll do this again. Love you guys.
No, that's cool.
Namaste, namaste.
Love you, chat. I gotta go get some frags.
Enjoy, guys. But I think, okay, what was this? I agree. No one is giving less bezels in Androids like Apple with notch. That's why I also admire Samsung sticking with their Infinity. You got rid of your Samsung, right? You took it back.
I took it back.
You were like, this ain't worth the money.
Correct. And I'll tell everybody, this is the truth, and this is one of the things I've been going at with my channel, is sharing things with people that people normally don't share. I did not have $1,000 to buy the phone. The only way I could get the phone was to go to Verizon, and it was to add on another line to my current plan, because I have a family plan right now. And I went there with probably about a 94% feeling that I was going to return the phone, because I had watched every single video that you could watch on the Note 9. And too many of them sound the same. And so I was like, you know what? Since everybody is getting so upset about people talking about the phone and not owning it, fine. I will go out and I will purchase this device, and I will give it a fair shake. And if I like it, then I will keep it. But if I don't like it, then I'll return it. It's no commitment, but I will tell people why I don't like it.
Yeah. And
so I got the phone, I used it, and in my mind, in my situation, I'm like, this is not a phone that, to me, in my personal financial situation, is going to change my life to the tune of $1,000.
It's an expensive device.
Right. And I pointed out in my video, and I'm like, and this is a thing. There are some YouTubers who go out and they get this $1,000 phone to review for maybe about a month, and either A, they take it back, and you ask
most
them
of the
about
time
it.
You have to have it back within 2 weeks.
Yeah,
if you're a carrier or even Best Buy, it's within 14 days.
Yeah, and a lot of times they'll go out and they'll say, this is an awesome phone, this is a great phone, and everything like that. and you'll reach out to them. And you're like, hey, so I'm having issues with my Note 8, or I'm having issues with this phone. Oh, I don't have that phone anymore. But you just made a video saying that this was the greatest phone since sliced bread, and you don't own it. If it was that great, why don't you have it anymore? And so that's one of the things I was trying to point out. And I wasn't calling out anyone necessarily. That's why I just used the term that there are some YouTubers. But
Yeah.
to me, as a customer, and I look at it as a YouTuber and as a customer, if you put out a good review and I'm taking your word for it, I'm assuming that the reason why you're saying that this is good is because that you've tried it and you still have it. You know, that'd be like if somebody came up to you and said, you got to get this new BMW. Hey, do you own one? No. Well, what the hell do I want it for? You know, like that little bait and switch.
Yeah.
So
I have a ginormous collection of cell phones at the moment, and it's a little ridiculous. And I miss the simplistic days of me buying a phone, using it. A new phone would come out. I would get excited. I would buy the new phone. I would sell my old phone. But now in my head, right, because I'm doing all sorts of other stuff with the channel, I'm like, I need the phone. I got to do comparisons. I got to be able to do camera comparisons, this, that, and the other. One thing I will probably never do again, and big thumbs up to the creators that do this, that take the time to do this, is the battery drain testing. I did one, Trenton. One battery drain test. And it was so 2 memory cards of 4K footage. So even though you are recording 2 memory cards of 128 gigs of 4K footage, right?
mm-hmm.
When you go to put it in and you edit it, it expands it because it's optimizing it and like here and there and everywhere. And I had to like redo my Final Cut and the settings just to be able to make it work to edit that video. And it took me 3 days to edit that video because it was so big. And man, it was like, I'll never do a battery drain test again. And I'm like, you know what? There's people that have more patience than me, and they are the ones that should be doing this, because it was horrible. It was really hard, you know. So it realness. What you're bringing up right now is real, and I don't think a lot of people, they know or they understand this, is that when you are making things on YouTube, right? Most of us, the vast majority, I think it's probably safe to say 90%, maybe even a little more than that, we're all coming out of pocket for everything that you're seeing. When we create something, we're pulling money out of our pocket to make it happen for you guys. And I don't think people realize that we're investing. Is it a business? Is it a hobby? Is it going to turn into something else down the road? I don't know. But what I do know is right now, it's expensive. You know, it is. And it's all coming out of our pockets. And like the things I get for free, they're little gimmick thingies, you know, like it's nothing to write. I got a couple cool, substantial things given to me from some brands, so that was nice. But for the most part, you know, anything cool that I buy, I've had to come out of pocket. Now, there are other people that they get all sorts of cool free stuff, but I'm just not one of them. You know, I get a little bit of cool free stuff and a lot of cheapo free stuff where people are like begging me for my my mailing address so they can send me something and I'll make a video for free because it's free advertising for them, and it's the, you know, $2 the cost of making their crappy product and then shipping. So they get free advertising for $10.
I'm actually gonna address that point real quick, but I'm gonna get back to the chat here. let's see. So I wanted to, because I already answered one question, and the other question, I'll call them double A. Um, how how is Apple with less RAM outperforms Androids with double the RAM as Apple? So the way that this works, and do this comparison to cars because this is a lot easier than explaining it technically. The easy answer is that Apple optimizes their software for their hardware. The easier answer than that
Better than
is,
anybody.
right. The easier answer to that is Android phones are basically semi trucks. Now, for any of you who know semi trucks, they're big and they pull a lot of weight because they have a lot of power, but they don't go very fast because they're designed to carry heavy loads. You can do a heavy amount of multitasking with an Android phone. Whereas an iPhone is designed like a sports car. It's designed to go fast. It's designed to be efficient. It's designed to get the most out of what you can get into a smaller, more compact form factor. And the other thing with Android that we all talk about all the time is fragmentation. With Android, you have this big operating system that's spread out over 1,000 different individual devices. And to support and optimize 1,000 different devices is a lot harder than Apple that only has to support and optimize 8 to 10 devices at a time.
Maybe.
Right.
When it comes down to it, maybe there's 3 operating systems at the most they're optimizing for, and then screen size, button, no button. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
They can focus on making it better.
Right. And to follow up with a Tech for Your Needs question, he says, the reason I ask is because 2 different areas of liking the phone versus the price. You can still like the phone since you try even if the price is high. Yes. Here's the thing with Apple. With Apple, you're paying for an ecosystem that no one else has access to. Android is open source. Anybody can take Android and transform it and put a skin on it or whatever. Apple, you're paying for exclusivity. You're paying for the brand. You're paying for the ecosystem that allows you to answer a phone call from your MacBook or from your iPad, or allows you to wirelessly transfer data from an iPhone to your Mac or
AirDrop, yep.
Right, anywhere else. Like, that's why you're paying a lot for Apple. Like, they have a lot of benefits compared to, like, Samsung really doesn't have an ecosystem. HTC doesn't have
Samsung desperately wants to have an ecosystem. Fact and point, evidence that stupid speaker they gave us. Don't know how. I mean, what's that, Bixby inside of it? Did they shove Bixby in there?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Why?
what Samsung's trying to do is they're trying to play catch up, and they're kind of just trying to force it down our throats. But it's not really working because Samsung's market right now is not high-end devices. That's not what makes Samsung. What makes Samsung is the fact that they make one of the best $150 phones that are sold through Cricket and are sold through Metro PCS, which is like the Samsung J7.
And this is not mainstream. This is not what people think about when they think about Samsung. And it's basically when you think of Huawei, they've got a ton of phones too. Some of them are stupid cheap as well. So what are they, the second largest phone manufacturer in the world? And they're not even offered by any U.S. carriers. And now there's FCC issues going on, because our government says no. The only people that spy on U.S. citizens is us.
Of course. but
You
the
can't
other
have access
mentality-
to their information. Only we can.
The other mentality that you have to have, and a lot of people don't have this, is you have to look at things from a regional scale and from a global scale. Obviously, since we're in America, we focus things that are American, and Apple is an American company. Yes, they manufacture through China, but they are an American company, whereas Samsung is a Korean international company, you know? So a lot of Samsung's business happens internationally way more than it does in the US.
When you say Apple is an American company, I want you to know my knee-jerk reaction is no, they're not. I know
They ride the fence, but when
where do they
a
keep
lot
all
of-
their money?
No. I'm saying like
Where do they keep their
when you
money?
look at the market, right, and you look at what people are buying, mostly everybody they associate, and Apple kind of slides this under the door. They associate Apple with Steve Jobs. Steve Jobs was an American.
Yep.
Steve Jobs grew up in California. Apple was started in, California was turned into Silicon Valley, all of that stuff. That's the perceptional market that we're looking at. With Samsung, there's a lot of people out there that think Samsung's business is only the US. No, Samsung's business is the entire world.
Yeah, no,
But
for
people
sure.
who are in the US only focus on the US.
All right, so we have someone new in the stream. Tech in the bathroom. I've never heard your channel before. I don't know if you've heard of my channel before, but I love the name, Tech in the Bathroom, and I immediately creeped over to your page to start looking at a bunch of stuff. So, what were new Android? So yeah, you've got a pretty wide variety of tech stuff on your channel. Oh, the king of microphones. Oh, where was your video last week when I was having all my audio issues with my dumb Yeti here? But I think I got it. I think I got it figured out. But always welcome other creators. Tech in the bathroom, tech for your needs. We had Zach hanging. Zach, did you leave us? Did I piss you off? Because I told you
Zach said he was going to sleep.
that he took credit for my thumbnail just because he designed it. Doesn't mean shit. I paid him.
Wait.
So it's my thumbnail.
Oh yeah. But so one thing I wanted to hit on, and okay, shameless plug here. One thing I was doing with my channel that is different because the tech game is saturated. I was making content on my channel, which was Tech Rant, and these were edited, produced videos, anywhere between using a DSLR to using my camera, using Final Cut Pro, doing tags, doing thumbnails, uploading, all of that. That was a 1 hour to 3 hour process between shooting, filming, editing, uploading, thumbnail, tagging, end cards, blah, 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 everything. It was ruining my life. It was taking time away from me and my kid. It was taking time away from me and my girlfriend. And I was not seeing results on YouTube whatsoever. Like, I was barely breaking 5 or 10 views. And so recently, how everybody came out and said that live streams kill your channel. And my take on it was, well, the only reason why live streams are killing people's channels is because people have short videos and then they do one long live stream and then that takes away from it. So I'm like, well, what if I just do long live streams? What if I just consistently do 20-minute to 1 hour live streams? That way I'm still getting my watch time. And once I'm done, I go back and I tag the videos as if they were regular uploads anyway. That way people find me in search.
Yeah.
And for me, that has actually worked a lot better than actually doing the produced videos. And now all I have to do is just hit the record button and talk. I'm not sitting there like, I need to get this B-roll shot. I need to hit this point. It's like all of it flows. Like even like I'm talking to you right now, I can do this in my live stream. And I'm like, this is so much better. So I'm testing this out and I'm giving it my shot because I kind of want to be like the other side of the fence to a lot of the wisdom, because experimentation, right? But that's one thing I'm doing with my channel, and so far it's working.
What to reinforce what you just said, Trenton, there were a couple weeks in a row that me and Leo missed doing Hardwired Live. And we stream on my channel. I got the Wirecast software so we can bring people in. And I like it better than just Google Hangout, right? I don't know what your user experience is for it, but it's pretty easy to maintain now that I think I figured out the audio. But no one's yelling at me that I have an echo this time, so I'll be really happy. I think I figured it's so stupid. I'm not even going to tell you what I did. I figured it out. It was so stupid. It was a button. So when I wasn't doing live streams, I was building momentum, I was getting subscribers. I was like, this is awesome. This is cool. And then I got back into the live streams, and we went about 2 weeks where we didn't do them. Once I was out of town, another time Leo was out, and I was going to do it, and I didn't do it. And then I did one again last week with Travis, and I had a lot of fun. I just really regret my audio was boo-boo. But I think it does affect your channel. I'll be honest. Like, my views are so much lower as of recently. Like, and I don't think they're bad videos. I think they're phenomenal videos. And maybe I'm biased because I love the sound of my voice. I love how I look, and I love my content. And maybe I'm narcissistic. I don't know. But I enjoy my videos.
Yeah, and like that.
I love the content that I do. So it's like, if I didn't, I probably wouldn't do it. I have a ball. It's like I'm still tickled pink that I'm even doing this, right? And I think that tomorrow I'm gonna do our first live stream on our live stream channel just for streaming. So I think that's what I'm gonna do. I came out with Hardwired Live for the channel, so maybe I'll keep it, maybe I'll change it, maybe I won't. I don't know, but I'm thinking of just making that like almost like a community live stream channel that I can share with other people if they want to stream on and have like hangout sessions without it potentially injuring their channel. So that's what I think I'm going to do. Like maybe designate like 4 or 5 moderators that will have like the login that can do live stream from this channel, because we all enjoy it. We have fun and we like doing it. Yeah. But I think that that will help solve that problem, that we can all have fun in live stream where people can just go over to Twitch. But then that's a whole nother platform to learn. So yeah, I think tomorrow when I do Hardwired Live with Leo that we're going to do it on the new web, the new page, which is going to be hard because I have 0 subscribers. So I'll probably do like a live stream that'll be like, hey guys, we're going over to this live stream now. So link is in the description.
Right.
Or I'll do a video saying this is where we're streaming right now. So with
the live streaming thing, the cool thing. So this is what I'm seeing from the whole live stream. For people who are making a separate channel and they're just doing the live streams, that's cool because all of your content is going to be live streams. So you're not getting that that momentum loss. So You're not making 5-minute video, 5-minute video, 5-minute video. All of a sudden, you have an hour-long video that people only watch 5 minutes of, and it kills your retention time. You're going to have a consistent thing all the way through. The one thing, and I talked to other people about this, and it sounds very logical to me, with your streams, make sure that they follow a schedule, because YouTube likes consistency, and that's probably where you were seeing that you were seeing those results where you had your live stream every week on a specific day, and you kept it around to a similar time. So YouTube knew what to do with that, because they're like, okay, on week 1 he had the live stream on Thursday, and then week 2 he had the live stream on Thursday, week 3 Thursday. So after a while, the algorithm's like, oh, hey, you're live streaming on Thursday, we already know what to do with that. It's when you switch it up or you stop doing it, it's like, okay, hey, he's no longer doing live streams anymore, we don't know what to do with this. So if you're not doing it, do we recommend it? Do we not recommend it? Do we show it to people? Do we not show it to people? So as long as you have a schedule that you can stick to, cool, you know? Like, that's the thing I've seen, and that's what I'm going to switch to, because I was just live streaming at will and then tagging it later. But now I'm thinking of either doing a Monday, Wednesday, or Tuesday, Thursday, or trying to figure out some way to at least get 3 streams in there. Yeah. And there's also another channel, or I think they're called Podcast Pros.
Okay.
Or what is it, Live Stream Pro? Let me look it up real quick.
You go ahead and take a look at the super chat. Emiliano Ardonato, apologize for slaughtering your name. You are free to call me Aron Tomoko if it makes you feel better. That's what people call me, because they mispronounce my name. A real opinion, it's what we need. Most YouTubers get paid to say good things about cell phones. So I don't know if that's true, if most YouTubers get paid to say good things. Some YouTubers definitely are hired as influencers, and then their job is to get you to buy the phone. And I have witnessed firsthand a couple influencers in action, and it's pretty cool. I would only hope to be an influencer someday, but you know, I think that's where we all want to be. I don't know if most people get paid to say good things. Maybe they do, maybe they don't. I don't know. I haven't seen their bank account. It's a pretty big assumption, and I've learned that unless I know for hard concrete facts, I'm not gonna. You're right, it's an opinion. So it's an opinion. So yeah, you're right, that isn't a real opinion. I do know that those influencers out there, I've seen them put out their influencing videos, and I've been like, so you mean to tell me you really reach for your OnePlus 6 above all your other phones that you have? Again, nothing against the OnePlus 6. It's an amazing device, but it's lacking some key features, right? It doesn't come with that you can go swimming with water resistant rating. It doesn't have wireless charging despite the glass back, you know? So it's kind of the way I feel about it. It's like I look at it and I'm like, I don't really believe you. I'll be honest. Like, I've seen some bigger YouTubers put out videos about them. Like, I don't believe you. I just don't, you know? So I think they are getting paid. I'll be honest with you.
Here's
I think those people I don't believe are getting paid.
Here's my issue with it, and I have no problems with people who get paid for reviews or anything like that. I just want it to be listed under sponsored. The biggest problem are people who make reviews but purposely omit certain things. So they're not lying about something, they're just not telling you about it. And I feel like that's more damaging than sponsor, because sponsor, okay, you know it's a commercial. You know they're trying to sell you something. There's nothing wrong with that. We get that every day on TV. But it's like, well, hey, I bought this phone, but I'm not going to tell you everything that's wrong with it. I'm only going to tell you the good stuff. Those are the ones that are more damaging, because then you buy the phone and you're like, wait, there's all this stuff that's wrong with it. Why didn't so-and-so say anything about it? And they come out later, oh, I couldn't say anything because I had a deal with so-and-so.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I've had some people send me some cases. I had Divoom send me a speaker, and I did a little video on it. And I think the video did okay, not like great. Mind you, they sent me the speaker like almost a year after it launched. So I don't know what the point was. If they were just looking for extra exposure, I gave it to them. But it was a cool little device, really loud, lots of gimmicks, lots of graphics. But I wasn't quite sure if that was a sponsored video or if they just sent it to me to do a review, because there wasn't a contract, there wasn't an agreement, there wasn't an exchange of any sort of anything with an expectation other than make a video. That was it. Make a video.
Right. And there's nothing wrong with that.
But that's not sponsored, right? I don't feel like it is.
No, like, okay. To me, a sponsored video is where, let's say someone sends you a device and you're going to get some sort of compensation. The compensation could be, we'll send you the device, you do a review, and part of that is for you doing the review, you get to keep the phone. Now, I can consider that partly sponsored because morally, you know, if somebody helps you out, you want to help them out. And if somebody's giving you something, you're more likely to be forgiving towards certain faults or leave certain things out because you don't want to burn a bridge or seem like you're ungrateful. And that's kind of like, you know, where it's like, you know, it's not bad, like you're not doing it intentionally. But then there's the other sponsor thing where it comes up and they're like, look, you have to say this, you have to cover that, you must shoot this on this resolution because we want to use this in our promotional material later. Here's this NDA that you have to sign of what you will say and what you will not say.
Yeah.
And that absolutely, it should say sponsored on it. You know, that should absolutely be sponsored content. That should absolutely be transparent. But what happened with you, that just seemed like a 1-for-1 per se. Like, hey, you know, we just want exposure. You know, just like if you were to bring somebody on your channel, you're just like, hey, I just want you on here. I'm not getting any money from you, or I don't expect a shout out, or you tell everybody to subscribe. You know, it's just a certain way that people go about it.
Yeah. Well, I do know the FTC came out with a thing about YouTubers, creators, and influencers. And I put a disclaimer in the bottom of all my videos in the description that says, yo, FTC, I am buying all of these items in the giveaway with my own money. So my money, my rules. There you go. Because they came out with a thing. But I think I'm being summoned out of the studio. So I just my quick little audio check has turned into an hour stream. Isn't it funny how that goes? Cool, I'm gonna throw the link up in the chat again, so that way if you have not had a chance to sign in and get your extra entries into the giveaway, now you can. So I am doing a giveaway. In case you guys didn't know, what do I think the Galaxy S10 will look like? I think it will look just like the S9 Plus with an in-the-screen fingerprint reader. The S9 design, the Note 9 design externally is beautiful. It is amazing. I don't think they need to do anything different. Maybe a little bit more space between the camera and the fingerprint reader. That would make me happy. If they're are going to have a fingerprint reader on the back, but if they're not, it'll be on the front. So I think the design is going to be pretty much the same. I don't know where they're going to go. It's a great design.
I don't see them like doing a crazy overhaul because I mean the body. I'll keep this quick. The body for the S8 and the S9 is only 2 years old because that's when they radically changed. Is when they went from the S7 to the S8. That was a radical change, and then at the S9 was an update. I think the S10 will be one more update to where that's the last time they're going to put whatever design that they're going to put into the S10, and then the S11 will probably be a completely different body.
Yeah,
because most cell phones are doing it like it's like every 3 years. Like same thing with cars. Like the 2018 Ford F-150 is damn near the same to 2017 to 2016.
No, there are cars that have the exact body for like 4 years in a row, with one difference: headlights.
Right.
They might change the shape of the headlight.
I'm gonna get ready to hop off here.
We are all being summoned back to our lives. So, guys, thank you for checking in. Thank you for helping me figure out my audio. I'm getting a little bit better. I told myself I was not going to do a live stream tomorrow night for Hardwire Live if I could not figure this out tonight. Really quick, if you are just checking out the channel, couple things I want to bring to your attention. Subscribe to me, hit the notification bell, go over to the chat, go over to Terrence's channel, Tech Rant, hit the little dots, right? The 3 dots, and you can go directly to someone's channel. Subscribe to us, support us. It costs you nothing to help build us up. So we'll help build you if you help build us. We love each other. There was another dude that was hanging out in here a second ago. He likes to play with tech in the bathroom. You want to go find his channel, go subscribe to him as well. We also have Tech for Your Needs, so want to go subscribe to his channel. I'm all about supporting other creators. Go. I forget. I can't go too far away from the mic. Go into your your subscriber list, right, and find the biggest YouTubers. And unsubscribe to them and subscribe to me. So, all right, guys. I think Trenton took off, so it's just me left.
Yeah, I'm heading out, so I'll see you guys later.
All right, I'll talk to you later.
All right, take it easy.
Bye. I deleted Trenton. I got rid of him. So now it's just me. It's just me. So yeah, guys, go ahead and subscribe to everybody. Let's support each other. Let's hug each other. Have a good night. Brittany, she's my #1 moderator. She came to hang out with me. For the love of tech, namaste.